Hello everybody and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. This is a very windy February afternoon at Rossall Beach in Cleveland, and if you're wondering, that is Mary's Shell. It's a piece of our public art trail which extends down the promenade towards Blackpool, and we're looking in the direction of Blackpool now. The tide's coming in fact it's just gone over the top of my welly if I'm honest. And this is just the kind of weather that you need to be coming to the beach and looking for sea glass. Not exactly while it's happening and while the tide's in, so my timing could have been better. But afterwards, when it's gone out, when it's retreated, and when it turns back, because this is the kind of weather that brings the sea glass up. So we're going to take a walk and we're going to have a look and see what we can find. So I've literally not walked an inch, and this is not a plant, I promise. And here we have some little bits of glass. Two little green ones, and I've just seen a white one as well. Where's it gone? It's there. And here's a white one. So this is what we call sea glass. And sea glass I've been picking up for donkey's years. This beach here at Rossall is brilliant for finding it because it's shingly, and the shingle catches it. The tide brings it in, as you can see, it's flapping and bouncing spectacularly, and the tide brings it in, and the shingle catches it and holds on to it so that it stops where it is rather than just carrying straight out back onto the beach. Whereas if you're on a sandy beach, it tends not to get trapped. So as I said, I've been picking it up for donkey's years, and it's only really today, when I've planned to come out and do this video, that I've sort of thought, I wonder if I can find out more about it. So I went looking on the World Wide Web, as you do, and I found out some really interesting information which made me go, oh, I didn't know that. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. Now then, there's another bit here. That is a piece of glass. I'm going to bend down and pick that one up. So currently, that is no more than a piece of glass. You can see it's not being tumbled and smoothed and whatnot. So I'm going to put that back and leave it where it is, because that's what I would call not cooked. And when I say not cooked, I mean not smoothed, not ready for collecting. So apparently sea glass, you might have heard it called beach glass as well, and they are two different things which I did not know. Very interesting, I thought. So sea glass, as the name suggests, comes out of the sea, and it's physically and chemically weathered by salt water, by that. And on a day like this, when it's as flappy and windy as that is, you can understand why it's chemically and physically weathered, because, well, frankly, you wouldn't want to be in it, would you? So it creates a natural frosted glass. Now, I've also heard it called beach glass, and if you've looked on Pinterest and places like that at the different things that some crafters make with it, you might have seen it called beach glass on there. Excuse me wobbling all over the place, but the pebbles are a little uneven. And beach glass, I did not know, is what's collected and formed in fresh water. So that, I suppose, is sort of rivers and waterways and inland lakes and that kind of thing. And it tends to have a different pH value, and it's not as frosty. So it's quite a different thing altogether. The two names are kind of interchangeable, but they are two different things, which I did not know. I thought that was quite interesting. And the other thing that I've learnt today as well is that it can take 20 to 40 years to form, which I kind of guess makes a lot of sense, really. I mean, there's a brick there, for example, that red one right in centre screen. And that piece of brick has obviously been roughed and tumbled, and it's not turned into a pebble overnight. So when you think how hard glass is, it can't be a quick process. It's got to take some time. And it can even take between 100 and 200 years to form. So all this glass that I've been picking up is probably donkey's years old, and I've got no idea. I honestly thought it was a relatively quick process, a few years and Bob's your uncle. And you kind of assume that most of it is broken bottles and that kind of stuff. But apparently, along with bottles, it's also things like tableware off shipwrecks. Now, that is also interesting as well, because there have been loads of shipwrecks off the Fylde coast. So it kind of follows that some of it could be being washed up. In 2008, we had a great big container ferry here at Anchor's Home, which was the River Dance, right at the side of a wreck which you can still see today on the beach of the Abana. And just at the end of Cleveley Sea Wall, right at the other end near Blackpool, there is our shipwreck memorial. And I'll pop a link to that in the description below, because that lists all of the wrecks off this coast going back to sort of 16-knot blob. And that's interesting as well. It's interesting to see how many there are. So amazing to think that you could be picking a piece of glass up. That glass I've just picked up is still a little bit not quite ready. But it's amazing to think you could be picking something up that's come off a shipwreck 300 years ago. Astonishing. There's another one there, look. You see that one? That one there. I'm going to leave that. That's not ready either. It's getting there, but it's not quite ready. And the other thing I didn't know as well is that the northwest coast of England is famous for it. So there you have it. And the best time to look for it, which I could have told you, is after rough weather like this, because it churns the water up and it brings all the... Oh, here's another one. It brings the glass up. That's a nice one. And it kind of develops this characteristic rounded pebble shape. Pretty. In fact, I've got another one in my pocket that I picked up a minute or two ago. Let me see if I can find it. You need good eyes though to spot it. That's quite a nice one. It's got a bit of a kidney bean shape to it. Not sure whether it's been white glass or clear glass originally. So we've got a great big glass bottle, like a Kilner jar, that we... here comes another doggy. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. That we put all the glass in that we've picked up, and over the years we've picked a lot up, and we've got all kinds of colours. So I think what I'm going to do is tip it out, and we'll have a look at that inside. We'll do that one in the office. It's not something that we can realistically do on a beach. But we'll have a look and we'll see if we can identify some of it and where it might have come from. Because it's quite intriguing when you start looking. And there's different colours. I mean, you've seen me pick a few different bits up just then. And the most common ones are the green, brown, white and clear, and they've been bottles originally. Clear glass is quite often from windows and car windscreens and that kind of stuff. Rarer colours are jade and amber and lime green. And apparently the lime green ones are from 1960s soda bottles. I did not know that. How interesting. And then the uncommon ones are a different shade of green from the early to mid 1900s, which were the very early Coca-Cola bottles. So I'll have to have a look. You can get a sort of a colour chart off the internet, which I've actually got one or two. So we'll have to have a look and see whether we can identify any of these really old strange finds in our collection. And then there are some very, very rare colours like purple, citron, teal, yellow, red, black and orange, and they're from very old glass bottles. So there you have it, the wonders that hide among our feet on the beach. And sea glass is becoming more and more rare, so you might find it more difficult to find because more and more people are picking it up and collecting it. Oh, and that's something that you very rarely see. That's a piece of pottery. Do you know, I very rarely see pottery. That's mine. That's lovely. Little bits of pot that have been broken up. Some beaches get loads of that. Yeah, so more and more people are picking it up and collecting it. And because we've made such a big switch to plastic and so much packaging is now plastic instead of glass, there's obviously less glass getting into the sea. So there you have it. That's today's sea glass story. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and next time you're on a Fylde Coast beach, keep your eyes peeled and see if you find any treasure. If you do, you can always post your pictures on our Visit Fylde Coast Facebook group. It's a great place for you to join in and share what you'll see. And don't forget that you need to subscribe as well. If you're a new viewer, you need to subscribe to the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel. Hit that little bell for notifications, and then you'll be able to join us when we go live, or when we upload new content, or when we do Brew at 2, or all of the things that we do. So you'll have a lovely day now. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.